So if you did have to choose something that you did like to do in your free time, what actually do you like to do in your free time? Even if it's just, I don't know, an hour a week.
I love to learn, as crazy as that sounds. And going back to high school, hearing this, I look at my entire life as almost like an oxymoron. Going through high school, I was horrible at English, nouns, prepositions, adverbs, none of that makes any sense to me. Now I own a magazine. It's just really weird, that whole process. So I truly do love learning. Photography is that thing I love. I love learning about lighting. I love learning about posing. And I think that is probably what has helped me be successful in every aspect of my life, is just a genuine curiosity. But I just think in general, a great life lesson is to be open-minded and be curious about the world and the people around you. And when you do that, amazing things start happening.
Absolutely. I once read a quote in a book, I think it was in the book, The Compound Effect, where it said that your ability to relax is directly related to how powerful and how effective you are in your business. What do you think about that?
I think that's a true statement. But again, it comes down to that definition of how do you relax, right?
That's very true.
Everybody relaxes different ways. Some people relax and they go shopping.
Going forward, what are some of the things that you want to be successful at this year?
Yeah, so for this year, it's really interesting. We've built put our mark, if you will, on the industry with Behind the Shutter, Shutter Magazine, Shutter Fest, a photography conference, 2,000 photographers, hands-on learning versus death by PowerPoint, I call it. So what does success look like for me this year? Well, as we sit here in 2016, I'm trying to expand outside the world of photography. I love photography, but I realize I've got all the skill set, whether it's photography, video production, advertising. I mean, this is what we do, graphic design. And I realize every small business in the world needs that set of skills. And they're not being serviced if they're in that small, medium market. And, I'm talking about like real estate agents, insurance agents, doctors, lawyers. They know they're good at what they do. They're good at their legal profession, but they're horrible marketers. So what I've done is we've created a company called Creative Sync, and we're going after that part of the market. The most fascinating thing for me about Creative Sync is we didn't create it for professional photographers at all. But now professional photographers are so curious about Creative Sync because they're going, wait a minute, what is this? How are you doing it? How can I do it? And so yet again, by doing something for us, we've managed to go after or yet come up with another topic that professional photographers want to learn about. So it's fun. It's an adventure.
That's awesome. I'm going to end with just one last question. Probably about 5 years ago, I saw a video where you were talking about your dad. And one of the things that your dad had said to you at some point was, promise me you would do well.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes.
Do you think you've done well?
I think I've done well. Every day, it's another battle to continue to do well. I think that statement, from my dad really gave me perspective. A lot of people don't know about my background. I mean, as a kid, I was constantly getting into trouble. There was not a single fist fight that I would just get into a fight with anyone about anything. My dad and that statement and that moment in my life just gave me perspective. And, all of us, I think, have those people in our lives that have just left their mark. And so every day, and this is probably how I'm wired at this point, every day I want to make sure that I'm making him proud, my mother proud, my family proud, and my name. I want to make the most of my name. So when I'm done and I die and it's all said and done, how will I be remembered? And it's just a weird thing to think about when you're in your 30s and 40s. Because I'm not looking at the world as doom and gloom. I'm not like, hey, I'm going to get hit by a train tomorrow. Right. That's not my mindset. But I think it's given me just something to think about every single day. I want to work hard, and I want to go out and enjoy life and soak it up for all it has to offer. And I think that's a good thing to go after.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. And I hope you guys enjoy it there. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time here on Breathe Your Passion on Adorama TV.